Word up. Inshallah, man. Inshallah, man. Yo,
We
man,
gonna
we
get
need
it
to
right,
exchange.
bro.
Hey, yo, we need to exchange numbers if you're really serious. This Bigo shit is just somewhere to, I don't know, to entertain,
Network,
I guess.
network,
You know what
network.
I'm saying?
Just
Network,
just a way to
network. And
network, bro.
hey, yo, we might be able to come together in something else that motherfuckers fuck with on their private time. But it's time to come together in some type of meetings behind the scenes. We can't tell what we gonna do on some fucking Bigo. There
A
they
prayer
go
lip,
again.
a prayer lip say anything, want it, bro.
Hey, look, sink
Yeah,
ship.
you gotta
Hey,
be
telegram. Hey,
serious.
look, telephone, telegram. Tell some lips.
A prayer lips will say anything, man.
Yeah. But I'm all
But
about because I'm living in the private, and the whole thing is about I don't have no license, I have no tags, I don't register
girl,
my car, I'm not registered to the United States, so I'm not in their jurisdiction. I moved to the private side, and it's lovely than a motherfucker, and I'm gonna show people the steps I took to get there. It's not much, and they just gotta understand how they actually work, and they don't, it ain't
Hey,
about.
bro, for anybody that want to change their name, man, I got legal papers, man. You ain't got to do nothing. Go down. You can go
I
down to the
need you
public
for that. I
library.
need you for that. Hey, yo, we
I
need to
got
come
all of it.
together,
Now
man. Get some
listen, listen,
podcasts
Hey,
guys.
and
man,
get
it
some
ain't nothing,
donations and
bro.
shit.
Couple
I have a
addresses, couple
community.
emails, man. We plug.
I have a community. I have a
Hey, I
community
need you
on
for
my
that.
on my.
I need you.
Listen, guys. I have a community on my page that you can be a part of the community, and we got people on there that actually are setting like helping other brothers get set free from the bullshit. So it's called We Are Source, and you're more than welcome to come on in and let's start networking and shit.
Hey, man, change your name to Fred Hampton, man, and call that shit the Black Panthers and do it all over again, man. I'm telling
No,
you.
sir.
I'm
Hey,
telling you, man. Hey, man, you could draw a lot of motherfuckers, boy. I'm telling you, man. Go ahead on with it.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm trying to operate. I'm trying to operate in my spirit, and I know that other spirits are good and done their job and done what they're supposed to do. But I just kind of like I've always been in the background. I kind of stay in the background, but but doing what I need to do at the time that I have to do it for my people, my brothers, my sisters. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want. I'm
All the
telling you,
leaders know when and how to move, bro.
I've been a
Everybody
part.
know how to
I've been a
move in
part of a lot of. I've been a part of a lot of organizations that said that they're out to do something to help their people, but the way that they go about doing it, you know what I'm
It's
saying?
all reckless.
Nobody wants their children, you know what I'm saying, to be part of that, to die off because somebody's poor choices and poor decision making.
Reckless
So I'm
behavior.
saying that if y'all want to be like fucking come together and start working on yourself, okay? And then as you're working on yourself, at the same time you're around other people, so you're working on your community, and then there's people that's giving you the energy to support you and help you. You know what I'm saying? And we it's vice versa. So if y'all want to come together and start like getting fuck the world and just deal with you, well, let's do that. Let's make that happen.
I said I've been like that for the last 20 plus years, man. I try to grab me by 10 a day, at least. Having it
Yeah,
and not sharing it, that ain't no good.
shit. Honor, you got it popping tonight. Let's get it.
Yeah, y'all made me come on, man. I heard that conversation. I said I got to jump in.
Yeah. See, it's a lot of other places I be at on Bigo. You know what I'm saying? They're too busy um, stunting people's growth by talking about stuff that really
Don't even matter.
it don't matter no more because if you ask me, we've been through a phase already. Okay, we've been through a certain phases to where we've had this religion, we've had that religion, and they got us to where we need it, and we can't keep hanging on to something that don't serve us no
girl,
more. And a
Bishop,
lot of people are not understanding. A lot of people are not understanding that it's okay. It's okay to like move on. You don't have to like be disrespectful or turn your back on shit but it's time to move on. It's time to get deeper inside of you and take advantage of what others before you have made possible for you to have right now.
I'm with that, man. I at first, when you made a comment earlier, I don't know what it was. I ain't gonna even try to go back to it. But I was like, I don't understand that. But I'm saying, the more I listen to you now, you got more of a head than I thought.
Is there something I need to explain better?
No, I said I can't even remember what it was, but I said it made me. Oh, I think it was about that Bible, and I was saying, but like you said, once something been introduced to you, it's like a child. If you go back to your childhood days, you wonder where that meal was gonna come from. Where really you didn't wonder where the meal was gonna come from. You didn't wonder about washing clothes. You didn't wonder about none of that. It was already set for you. So life in itself is pretty much designed the same way, even for the adults. By the time you reach adulthood, you got to start making a way for yourself. So, like you said, you got to move on from the childhood stage. That little elementary spiritual growth or spiritual stage we was at, you got to move on from that. I think somebody was talking about Christ dying for us. Well, once you internalize that, you can't keep
Yeah,
holding on to that concept that was handed to you,
forced on you,
huh?
forced on you.
Right. Without even being able to digest what is meant by it. That's another thing. Once we hear something, the first thing we do, and like I said, I like to hear more before I object or accept it. I don't just accept or reject something just because I hear it. I like for the person to explain what they're saying first. So that's why I said I wasn't gonna try to go back, but I know it was two. It was two. We got all our growth from the Bible. I don't think it makes sense to completely reject the Bible, but I think now at a adult stage, we don't have to have nobody to interpret what is even meant in the scriptures. We don't have to have that no more. I think we're at a mature stage now where a person can read the Bible, and like you said, your roots ain't no different than my roots. Your connection with God ain't no different than my connection. We might have a different relationship with God, but our connection is the same.
That is in Genesis. It says, God said, "Let us make man in our image." Keyword
Right,
our.
right.
Like you
So that's saying that God, okay, um, is described as being um, a part of you, your people. So your people, you
Man, just as much as the
is
dog
is
is a part of
is
you, you
God.
a part of God.
Your children is God. You are God. Your community is God. And that's why
know
it
all that.
says if you mess, and that's why it
But
says if you mess with the least of these,
there was more than one God.
yes, it was.
Us make man.
Somebody's voice, somebody's mic keeps going in and out.
See, I think when you reach a certain level of growth and maturity and obedience, I think that puts you the more so that you line up with your creator, not yourself and not the world,
Hey y'all,
not
what's
your
up,
own
Doug?
life. I think the more
Doug,
you line up with your
Doug,
creator and your
Doug,
inner qualities,
Doug,
then
Doug,
I think
Doug, Doug, Doug. We don't want to hear this stuff.
you're able to call yourself that. But long as you living as a slave, I don't think you have the privilege to call yourself a God.
Part.
It ain't a God capture. I don't, like bro said, you gotta set yourself free first.
Bible mean.
Say it again.
Yeah, man.
What does the word Bible mean?
What is a what?
Mean to me,
Your
I feel
your mic keeps going
yes.
in and out, bro.
Yeah, it
Your
is.
mic,
It's
your
cracking.
mic is like real choppy. We can't make out all of your syllables.
I promise you I can't.
word Bible mean?
Supposed to be basic instruction before leaving this planet.
True. I feel
So
if nobody
that's why I say it pays to hold on to what gave you instructions in your existence. That only makes sense to me. You just have to be able to interpret. You got to be able to digest what's being said. To push it away because of something you don't understand, I don't think we should do that. Or because somebody handed us their understanding of what was written, I don't think we should do that. You know, like it's a white man's book. I'm not saying you said this, but it's a white man's book, and I don't see a white culture empowered in the book to say it's a white man's book. So I think we should hold on to our book.
Yeah, and I'm not saying, like I said before, I'm not downgrading the Bible and none of that. I'm saying that that a lot of people have come to a standstill, a stop.
Right,
Okay,
right, right.
because they've gotten so much from the Bible, you know what I'm
That's
saying,
it.
and other things in life that
That's
it's
it.
like, what do we do? What do we do now? I'm afraid
That's
to
it.
move past or
That's it.
dig deeper than what the Bible offers, and it's okay. I'm trying to let people know that when it tells you about the golden rule, that do unto others as you had them do unto you. Love your neighbor as yourself. Those are universal principles that supports for every action there's a reaction, for every cause there's an effect. And so once we start understanding these principles was taken and put into religious form, then we can break free from the religion because the religion was to contain us and to
Right,
hold us, to keep from destroying the
right,
world
right,
with
right, right.
us.
I'm
Because
with you, bro.
yeah, so it's okay to graduate and get it moving. Like I said, I didn't say turn your back on the Bible
No, no,
or
that's why I
speak
said
bad about the Bible,
I wasn't saying
but
that you had said
graduate.
that, but I was saying
Yeah,
like when
it's
you listen to a lot of people and they concept about what grew them, what started their growth spiritually, it really baffles me to see you cut away from what started your growth because you get to a certain, it's like I said, you go from a child, you depend on your parents, you rely on them, you
I'm
trust them. But when you get to a
not.
certain age, for some reason, we rebel against that same nourishment, that comfort. We rebel against it. And I'm saying to me, it's the same concept with God because when you started out, you was all dependent, you was all relying. And now that
Let
we
me
at a
share
certain
something with you.
huh?
Let me share something with you.
Go ahead.
I had everything I needed, everything I wanted. Okay, when I was little, my mother presented me with this, forced me into what the Bible talks about and what it teaches. Okay,
Right.
I had already everything that I needed. I didn't need to learn about God or my family, my friends through the Bible. So I was actually made to dummy down, my brother. And I want you to understand that. And I want you to understand I am not in no shape, form, or fashion trying to put the Bible down. But I know that, you know what I'm saying, where I was
Mm-hmm.
and how I was made to dummy down because I had to that they wanted me to like give the victory of everything that I've done and all that stuff to um to this Jesus character or
I
what's in the
got you. I
scripture.
got you. I
See what
got
I'm saying?
you. As
So
if
so
as
I
if
always
nothing
felt
is of your own.
so I always felt, you know what I'm saying, held back. I've always felt that, everybody kept wanting me to like, stuff that I needed to do for me. I went out into the universe and I put work in with the universe and with myself and stayed connected, you know what I'm saying? And they all wanted me to get out the way because I had obtained, you know what I'm saying, me, myself, and I, you know what I'm
You
saying, and
found yourself.
understanding. Found myself the moment that I came into this world. You know what I'm saying? I had myself. I had myself. And then, a lot of people not understanding me is that I never left universal law. I've been here. But it's when I left my mom's house that my veganism kicked in, that my self-discipline kicked in.
Right, right.
And it's not putting my mom down. It's
I
just
know.
saying
I got
that
you.
it's just saying that, the way that a man and a woman goes about with their sons and their children, the women and the boys and the girls. It's a different it's a different ball game between the female and the male.
Oh
And so
yeah.
and so my mom couldn't understand that I didn't want to talk to her no more. I didn't want to
Right.
interact with her no more. Not because
Okay.
not because not because I didn't love her, but
I done
because
reached my limit. I
it
can't talk to you about everything
it
because we think
just
different.
it just don't feel right no more. It don't feel right if I talk to you about my PP. I don't want to talk to you about
Oh,
my PP.
can't talk to you
I
about
don't.
everything. Oh boy.
Yeah, and it's hard because now, growing up without my father and not being able to talk, and most men, I didn't trust men. I didn't trust men. You know what I'm saying? I didn't trust men, and so
Right.
therefore I was stuck not having all of the valuable things that a man could give me. You know what I'm saying? From my father. I couldn't accept nothing from none of the other men because I felt that they had ulterior motives. You understand? And so this is important that we understand that, that yes, the men may turn out right with just the mother. I mean, but not all cases. But at the same time, understanding, what we really go through. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? And being able to have something like, to compensate for when it's time for us to move on from one period to another period.
That
When it's time for us.
graduation stage, you got to have that for you.
Exactly.
Got to have that
Exactly.
right
When it's
there in the pitching box. Right when you get ready to move to that next level, it got to be right there for you. If not, you're gonna have a problem.
exactly.
You
So
know, it's
that's
just
and
like,
that's the same thing. And that's the same thing I'm talking about, these different religions and stuff. It's time to
yeah,
move
you
on. Don't repeat it.
right.
Don't repeat the shit. The shit you
Yeah,
already
you gotta
got what
offer.
you had
You
to
gotta
get out
find
of it.
something else. I feel you, bro. You 100%. You gotta find something extra to offer within that. You can't just offer them that. You gotta offer them something else within that. Something that,
And so
see, the
far,
book might
and I'm
tell you about carpentry. It might tell you about carpenters, but it don't tell you about carpentry.
right,
See what I'm
right.
saying? So
And so
it's not
and
gonna
I'm
tell
telling you
you
so
how to
far,
print.
and then so
Say again,
far,
bro.
so far for me to build with a woman, how damn it, I've been like more and more looking at this lady named Honor. You know what I mean? Because of the things, no, really, the things she be saying and the things
Hey,
she's
bro,
willing
shoot
to
your
build.
stop, bro. Shoot your stop, bro.
No, 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 bro, no, because she's willing to build from the ground up and move and grow from there. You don't
I
see
tell
a
you
lot
what
of
I
women.
do like.
You don't see
I
a
tell
lot of
you what I
women in that place. You
I'm
don't
gonna
see
tell you
a
what I
lot of
do like.
women in that place with the men to be able to like, let's get this, let's make this happen, let's grow. You
I
feel me?
like the fact that she was tuning in, bro. She ain't said a bitch ass thing since she been listening, bro. She ain't. I mean, she tuned in and she just kind of let you know I'm still here and I'm eating it up. But that's what we don't have though. Listeners, you ain't got enough of them neither. So it's gonna be it's about having that attraction, like you said. If you ain't got no power in your words, man, I don't know how you gonna draw nobody if you ain't got no power in your words.
We are gone, guys. Sorry to interrupt, but hey, you
I
have my
got a
attention
gun. Let
now.
me see. Hold on. I got a gun. I'm sitting here cooking, getting ready for work tomorrow. Let me go ahead and give the panel my undivided attention. I'm just cooking up some stuff and getting stuff ready for lunch. To, take me to lunch for lunch to work tomorrow. Um, but yeah,
I believe
I know
that
she's
too.
watched. Hey,
We don't have a lot of listeners, and I believe that too. I am a good listener naturally, but I also, I'm usually talking, and God already know that I'm usually building. But today was really dope. Like I really loved all the energy in here. I don't know so much about sovereignty and all the paperwork and stuff, and it's something that has been, drawn to me through different people. They'll come to me and talk to me about it, but I want to make sure, we're doing it in the right way because I am building communities, and I want to be able to free the people, not only through the paperwork and all that type of stuff, and being aligned so that those type of entities can't come back and like stop what we're trying to do. But my main focus is mental, and that's why I was talking about universal laws today, because I feel like God body said, the mindset that we are in is the first step. Like, it's more important to make sure our minds is right before we go into the
Got to
getting
free yourself. Yep. You got to be free before you can move. You can't move if you ain't free.
and yeah,
See,
and when it
y'all see what she just said? Y'all see what she
things
just said? That's some fire shit.
like
You got to. What
listening
do
to
you say? He
people,
say, go
that
ahead,
is
go ahead, go ahead.
the listening aspect is important in what I'm building with community, because we're building the self-development, like character, and like healing like any type of unhealthy patterns that's from our mindset. So
All
I
of
feel like
that.
listening in
I
general
love
is
it.
very important, so that
Man,
people
that's
can
how you build. That's how you
It's
people
love,
build.
you
out
know,
and can help
makes you the
understand them
best version of yourself,
and then move forward.
That's how you build, man.
the highest self.
That's how you build. Change your mindset, you can move.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, you say I would not change the condition of a people until they change the condition of themselves. You got to change your mind first.
Yes, exactly. So that's what we
Mhm.
are every day. I don't know how majority of people, but I'll just focus on the people that are attracted and aligned, and
Right.
we build there.
Hey man,
And
don't worry. Let the dead bury the dead. Don't you worry about it. That's
that's a
what I was
fact.
telling bro when he was talking about the halfway houses. It's cool. It's a brilliant idea. It's a nice, bro. I would say a
Hello.
godly gesture. But I'm saying I've been in there and I lived around them people, bro. And there's some on their way out the door right now, boy. If I could find a way how to keep their ass
Like
in there, I would.
on the 21-day fast. No water. You only drink water. He
I'd
drank
be worse than
water.
Charles the White on their ass.
Like my entire fire.
Oh
Or
shit.
Charles the White ain't got shit on
That
me.
changed, but hey, I just know I'm not there.
Oh,
Nah,
oh
man,
shit.
it's some in there that need a
Clear,
second
but
chance. You know, I'm a man of mercy, I'm a man of love. I believe in second chance. Hell, I got one, so why not? But boy, it's
Yeah.
some in there. They need some more time, I tell you.
yeah, it
They
comes
need
out to part.
a little bit
That's
more
your
time,
power.
buddy.
That's your
Yeah.
power.
he said, he said
Finish
if
the
he
process.
could, he said he keeps some of them motherfuckers right where they at.
Yeah, man. You gotta think
Bye.
about what bro said about signing that paper, and you know that person coming out doing something, maybe not to you, but maybe to one of your loved ones. So that's a lot to think about when you're talking about forgiving, man. That's a lot, bro.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
Yeah.
and speaking about that name changing, bro, it's real serious too. On this note, he tell you, take not the Lord's name in vain. No name that you take belongs to you. Those are not your names. They're not yours. So you have to represent whatever name you take on to the fullest.
Yeah.
Take
That's your new
not the
that's like
Lord's
a
name in vain. That's what that
that's
is meant by. That's what's meant by that.
that's
Not
like a new
swearing by a
beginning.
false oath, not lying by God. That now you just swearing by a false oath. But when you take the Lord's name in vain, you're not living out to who you're supposed to be.
Mhm. Watch out now.
That's the real, bro. You'll be putting a
You
curse on
about to
yourself.
watch out. You about to get on the hit list. Uh
Boy, you be putting a curse on yourself if you do it.
oh.
Yeah, I understand that. Like, I think that's something I had to, and I am right now overcoming, is just having so much compassion and feeling like, everybody can change, and, not everybody want to
Yeah,
change. I
man,
know
yeah.
people do.
It's that timing though. It's whatever time that timing get that timing that they coming to change. It's
Yeah,
no time for it. That's why I said we put a time on man, we might well be putting a time on God.
right.
Yeah. Because
Man.
Man, it's y'all see, man, and it's just simple, man. I just say that everything's gonna simply start right now, man. Just everything's gonna start right here, right now. Don't worry
What we
about
got?
what somebody else. Don't worry about what somebody else is doing. Don't worry about
Nope.
what somebody ain't doing. You know what I'm saying? It starts with you simply getting your mind right, getting your life together, getting your energy right. And I strongly advise anybody that's listening to me that the best time for you to start making your change, if you don't want to be in a religion, if you want to grow past that shit, do it now because you have a whole bunch of people that's here to help you along your journey. Don't wait until everybody's gone and ain't nobody here to help you. So when you start trying to make that transformation, you ain't got no help or very little help.
I
I'm telling
ain't
you,
lying, bro. Now you said one then, boy. You said one
you gotta,
then now. You
yeah,
said
you
one
gotta do
then.
that. You know, you got a
Better,
woman right here. You got a
you
woman
suck
right
it. You
here.
better suck it up while
I
you
know.
can, because eventually
I'm
a lot of
telling
this
you,
will be gone.
I seriously don't know not one woman yet, besides Honor, that's willing to work with men to the point to where they can begin to work with themselves.
Yeah.
I haven't heard a sexist statement come from her as far as like growing
Nah,
and
man. She
helping
been
men
beautiful,
grow.
man.
A lot
I
of
get it. She
exactly
been
a
beautiful.
lot of the other women, when you hear them talk, you can hear that feminist that feminist voice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now you hear you
Yeah,
hear
that's
you
what they
hear
that's what they
you
call the
hear the
strong
woman
black woman today.
you hear the woman talking about a sisterhood, but you don't hear talking about the sisterhood in a way that is a feminist group. And you know the difference when you talking to a woman that's talking to a group of her sisters versus a woman that's talking to feminists.
Right?
And you know that you really don't have nothing coming when you're interacting with these feminists. So
Nah, man.
so I got to give her them props. I got to give her that props. So wherever I see it and hear it, I got to give the props to her
Oh boy,
because
look,
I
I
don't,
know. See, I'm
you
I'm
know,
listening to you. I'm listening to you. I know a man when I hear one, and see, every man know a jewel when he see one. Real talk now. I can hear the man in the growth in you, bro. Just like you can hear around the panel. You know who is woke. You know who enlightened. So it's the same way. A man know a good woman, just like a good woman know a good man.
And gratitude,
you're
God
right.
body, like that really just, pushes me to keep going, keep moving forward. You know.
Without
Yeah.
stop. Don't stop. Like bro
No,
said, stay right where you at, but keep going.
yeah.
My pops just told me this 2 years ago. My pops walked in the house, man. He seen how I was glowing. He said, "Son, stay right there, long as you can. Stay right there." So that
And
once again, hearing it come from you today, bro, that's just confirmation. Even though I wasn't even on the panel when you was talking then, but yeah, that's confirmation, bro. Stay right where you at, and then everything that I was hearing, I'm in agreement with it. So I know
yeah,
I'm in the right
and
place.
here's another thing I want you guys to understand is that don't be putting too much on yourself than you can bear. What you it don't matter how fast or how slow you go, just keep moving.
I just
That's
posted
a
that on my page, man. It don't matter how fast you move, as long as you move. Just
that's
move.
a fact. We
Progress is
definitely
better than none.
yeah.
Well, y'all been all right today. All that wild ass shit I was hearing last night. I said, boy, I don't want to fuck with no bigo. I ain't got nothing for no damn bigo. But I heard y'all, I said, that's all right. It's all right there.
Yeah, we always have these conversations.
Yeah,
We was
man.
just
If you
talking about healthy families, healthy family units, and communal relationships. Like, how does that look? How can we make that work? Because I feel like in building community, or even coming into oneness, or just being the best that we can be as a whole, we have to look at our family dynamics and how we're, you know, reproducing our environments that we're creating for our family and our children. You know, the things that we
See that?
expose them to are definitely like important, vital conversations that we need to have. And, you know, we need to get solutions to any problems and implement those with actions like, every day.
Right. Right.
So with
I
the
said
community, I realized that a lot of people are in different spaces. So I'm hearing different women, you know, talk about how what they feel, you know, where they're at and what they're thinking about with relationships. So I'm working because I have been in a situation that was like kind of like a cultish situation. So in the community I'm building, I don't want to push, you know, what I feel like is right onto everybody to make it like you got to do this. I want to be more understanding of where people are at because everybody's not in the same, you know, mindset or position that I'm in. But you know, I still want to make sure everybody is, you know, anybody that's a part of the group or community is, you know, utilizing their energy in healthy ways. I just feel like a lot of people are just, you know, building connections and relationships in ways that don't produce healthy families.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
you know, it's so important
Yep.
to be
That is.
conscious of the way we're doing that.
Yep. Just another wrecking ball in the nation. That's it.
Yep.
Every time you meet one like that, he's just another wrecking ball in the nation. That's it.
Yeah.
Somebody to tear down what you're trying to build.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
For sure. For sure. You said it right. For sure.
For sure. Oh, that's when it's
For sure.
definite is for sure.
For sure. Hot damn it. For sure.
You want to speak?
Now,
Number 3. He said, "A woman to you is God. She is the creator. A man is a tool for the creator."
Woman to me is God. She is the creator. Hey man, I damn near agree with you, boy. I agree with you in the sense that the woman does all the nurturing and the caring and all that. So in that part of her nature, I would agree with you, but not in the literal sense. Yeah, she deserves a lot of honor, I tell you.
yep, that's Mother Gay Eye.
Hey man, look, boy, she exercised a whole lot of godlike qualities.
But I tell you what, if you link up with a woman, you definitely will activate you and her together, depending upon where you are at with your DNA and healing it and repairing it. You're going to activate the Almighty Gene.
It's all alchemy.
I just feel like we all God, you know, and we got to come
Hmm.
together. We help each other, and
I said once you reach that level, once you get to that level of being free within yourself, you know what you becoming more of. You dig what I'm saying? You becoming more like that God that created you. Once you wake up. But long as you sleep, long as you still out here, torturing the people, the torturing your people, as long as you still living like that, you far from God.
well,
Yeah, because
what
Far.
is
I
God? What is God to you?
One of mastery with self. If you just want me to just give you a description, it would be like that, like we were saying earlier, that mother, that one who brings a child into the world like God, that one who comforts and nurtures like God. So when you exercise in those God-like qualities, to me, then you become God-like. But as long as you're not doing that, you're far from it.
All right, God, about you was about to say something.
yeah, I was gonna say, well, I know that we're stuck on this word God, but at some point in time, I'm gonna stop using the word God, not
Yeah.
in disrespect of the word
Well, I
God,
do it. I
but
do it in
but
relation
because
to the
but because
language
I
of the people.
know, but because I know that the origination of the word God and how the word God was used, you know
Right.
what I'm saying, to put um a bridle on our women, you know what I'm saying, to where um the Fenimum principle was was actually, put on a back burner, quiet and killed, if that self mastery was seen, you know what I'm saying, amongst the patriotic perspective. So, you
No,
know,
their perspective of God is different than the
and
perspective of God. So that's why I say it
so,
don't line
so
up.
my,
Now, I'm
so,
like you,
so,
bro.
so
I
my,
don't really
my,
like using the term
so
God. I
yeah,
say Allah. I
yeah,
say
so because I know that Doomers Oz is the origination of the word God. And the pronunciation of the word God is a lazy speechcraft of G period, O period, D period. You understand? So I know that um, the and you have to study, you have to do, and you do your study, and you do your studies, right? You do your studies to have it trail back to the beginning of the matriarchic society and the ending to the matriarchic society, the beginning of the patriarchic society and the ending to the patriarchic society. And when you research your research to those points, to those 4 points, you know what I'm saying? It'll help you understand, like, damn, we just spinning our wheels. We just going around in circles because now everybody wants to go back to the matriarchic system. And then they're going to want to go back to the patriarchic system. And we're going to keep spinning our wheels.
I mean, just knowing that America don't have its own language and that it has a bastard language. I mean, that's one reason to stop using God by itself. We don't know where I mean, we know where it come from, but the people, like you said, that haven't studied because it's a bastard language, you don't even know where the word God come from. That's
Exactly.
what made me start studying Arabic, Hebrew, those languages. I try to get closer back to God as I can, bro. Not God, but God.
Hey, yeah. So, let me ask you this real quick. All right. Have you ever researched those three constellations?
Talking to me?
Anybody? Have you researched
God.
those three constellations? Yeah. Gumas
God.
Oz Yeah, Gumas Oz. You ever research that?
I mean, I just know it stands for government or democracy. I don't know it stands for nothing else.
Yeah. So the origination of it. Okay. If you, I think they now have it. It's supposed to be secret information, so it's not supposed to be accessible on Google, but it's now accessible on Google. And if you actually you Google it, it'll actually give you. Because I know that just I think like 5 or 6 years ago, that wasn't on Google. You had to have some esoteric paperwork information to be able to, you know, for this to register to your eyes. But if you
Right.
look it up, if you just
Mhm.
Google those words, you'll say like, damn,
Go ahead, bro.
brother.
Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, so just Goomer, Gomer, Oz. They even made a movie out of Oz, The Wizard of Oz. You understand? It was trying to tell y'all. Everybody was trying to tell y'all something way back in the day. You know what I'm saying? But nobody was really paying attention. Nobody really wanted to know.
So
Everybody was comfortable with where they was at.
what
So
language do
just
you study, bro?
who me?
Yeah.
The language that I study is not it's not verbally spoken. So I practice
Oh,
on
so you break
communicating,
up like pig
and
Latin when you make up a
I I
language.
I
You,
come
you
I
kind of like
concentrate. Okay, I concentrate on um talking to people without verbiage, sending information and thoughts across the airwaves.
More
You
like
know what I
telepathy.
mean? Yes, that's our original language. Our original language wasn't verbiage.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with
Yeah. So and so this is why, um, if getting into yourself and understanding that this internet that we're on right now is a copycat of the real internet, and nobody's really paying attention to every time I tell them what the real internet is. The
you. Oh, we
power I
know
just
what
laid
the
into
internet is. We
the
know
power
when
that I
you
laid in
wired
their
with the
hands. You
yeah,
feel
we
me?
know. Right, right, right. Oh, I remember. I remember. That's all we talk about, bro. Remembering.
Yep, I got this salad right here I'm putting together. Got like I got raspberries, cranberries, blueberries in it. Um, oh, it's gonna be a blast at lunch tomorrow.
Yeah. So you do a lot of naturals.
A lot of what?
A lot of natural.
Yeah, I'm a vegan. I've been a vegan for over 35 years.
Yeah. Yeah, you
And
you tried the black seed oil, man. I gotta get my nerves up to try
yep,
that black seed oil.
yeah, I've tried it. But normally, um, I'm in the wildlife. I'm living in the wildlife. My neighbors are wild animals, and so
Right,
I'm trying to get back to that position as soon as possible. That's why I'm working to try to get all the stuff replaced back to what was stolen from me in my out of my
right.
trailer. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And yep, and I'll be back out there in the wildlife, and hopefully, this time there'll be some people maybe they want to come and go, because once I go, I ain't turning back. I'm not coming back for nobody.
Man, I told my
Um,
partner trying to get me to a island called St. Lucius. I said either an island or back to Africa, bro. If I ever visit, I'm not coming back.
you know, so
I'm trying to
I'm just
get
trying
back
to
down
like
east.
it's uh it's better off if people understand that they have opportunities right now to
Mm-hmm.
to get themselves their minds mentally right, to where if if there's no more grocery stores that you can actually, you got a garden that you got, well, you're gonna have to protect your garden if it comes to Mad Max days, but you're gonna
Oh,
have to
you know,
protect your garden. You're gonna have to
showing
protect
up,
your
bro.
land. You're gonna have
Showing
to
up.
learn how to live off the land. You know what I mean?
Off the fish,
Yeah.
grow vegetables. You're gonna have to know something.
Yep. I don't want no, and I'm tell you the truth. I don't want no soft neck women around me. In that stage, I don't
Bro
want no
say he
woman
want
talking
one
about.
with a couple scuffles on her knuckles.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I want her to be like. I want her, the people in the community, to be ready to survive at
If
anything that
yeah,
we don't
yeah,
have. We don't have in our community. We don't have a man that's a hunter. The
yeah,
women are
man,
hunters too. We have,
man.
if you have to prepare food, it's not the woman's job, it's the man's job. It's you, everybody, it's us coming together and making things that happen. So I don't want to deal with the old-fashioned perspective of the of gender, what everybody's perspective of gender is,
I'm
because if
with
we
you,
do,
bro. I'm with you. I'm
if
with
we
you. I'm
do
with
if we do, somebody ain't gonna make it.
you. I'm with
But
you,
if we
bro.
have, yeah, if we have our women understanding and our men understanding, that hey, you at all times you're gonna have to have your mind, your eyes in front of your head, under your head, on top of your head, and you're gonna have to know what to do in each situation. So, and I'm not saying I don't want to honor the um the nature of the woman or honor the nature of the man. I'm just saying that, listen, hey, if I gotta go and do something and you standing watching the stuff, I already know that ain't nobody gonna
You
pull
gonna,
up and say, oh,
hey,
that's a
bro.
woman.
You gonna get frustrated about it. I bet you that. Yeah, don't know worker like a looker. Don't know worker like a looker now.
What you mean?
If you out, just imagine you out washing, you doing laundry, you prepping meals. You ain't gonna expect that man to be doing nothing.
Well, I mean, we're gonna have to do things together. Yeah, we're gonna all make it happen for the common
That's
goal.
why that's why he can't be sitting his ass right there just looking.
Oh, okay.
A worker don't like no looker. Put your hands on something. Shit.
Put your
You know,
hands
you been
on
that
something.
supervisor, you been that leadership role. Hey, put your hands on something.
Right.
Shit.
Yeah,
Don't just look. Motherfucker, touch something. Yeah, man. And then, like I
I
said,
get
all that
that.
shit.
Okay, God body. I like what you saying. You saying like men and women, it shouldn't be like no role. Like the woman be in the house, take care of the house and the kids and the food, and then the man be, outside getting resources for the woman.
Nope.
Like
No,
how,
Do what
you
you
feel
can.
like it should be both people. But do you feel like there would be any imbalance? Like I understand a man should know how to cook and take
He
care of
ain't
his
no
kids,
man
be
if he embarrassed.
nurturing, and he should know how to do all that too. And the woman should know
Yeah.
how to provide and protect as well. But do you feel like a woman's like in her nature is more conducive to be more so like in the house doing certain things and like cultivating a good environment for the house, and the
Right.
man's
no,
more
Yeah, I do.
nature
no.
is more to go
See,
out
see
in
the
the
house,
world and get
the
resources?
house, the house is not the building. The house is the man and the woman in the community. That's the house. Okay. And so
Mm-hmm.
just like that you're I'm sitting here bringing universal law. Okay. And I'm saying that guys, this is what we got to do. We got to get our minds and our women, guys, men and women, we got to get our minds right. We got to get our minds back together. Guess what? And so here you're coming with the spiritual setting spiritual tone, because you're saying like, yo, we got to look at, we got to refine and dig down and this and that, and we got to bring this natural law to the forefront. Okay, so I'm saying that if it comes down to it, to where it's about survival and then living and flourishing, I'm not going to say, hey, take the woman and just put her in a position to where she's all messed up. I'm saying that I've seen women kick ass, and I listened to them, and I heard the structure of their mind, and I heard how that when they exercise, they have this. This is what they say. He says, "I have the same group muscles as you got." It's my making of my mind that will allow my muscles to be able to produce what I wanted to produce, rather than falling into the social construct that the woman is soft and humble and weak and need to be protected. No,
Right.
if you take that program out of your mind and you start looking at yourself like, you know what, shit, I'm gonna save my strength. I'm gonna get my strength. I'm gonna work out. I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna prepare my mental for this and prepare my mental for that. That would be more of a congruency to get something done, rather than having somebody sitting around in the house and you can't. You got to go out and do what you got to do, and you got to worry about if she could protect the house, if she could stay home and do this. No, that's often, if you even watch the old Western movies, it's every time the man goes out and goes get the bread and bring the food back and the money back, something always happens to the woman and the child while he's away.
Man,
Okay,
I tell you.
so the thing is that if we come up out of that program to where that, what's for a woman and what's for a man, if we can re-identify and reassociate to the masculine principle, what's for the masculine principle, and what's for the feminine principle, what's for the feminine principle. So we're not going to sit here and say, well, we go now. We can go at it from the traditional way that the Bible wants us to, and about everybody wants it to be. Yeah, we could do that, but guess what? We have a lesser chance to survive because of the separate. Now you can't use your whole mind because you're only using the right side of your mind, and I'm only using the left side of my mind. When in
Mm.
fact, we can use both of our minds at the same time. And I learned that when I went to college. I went to college and I started drawing. And I was like, well, damn, I didn't know I could draw. So that was me utilizing my whole mind. That was me challenging, saying what a lot of these books and psychology books were saying about what the man does and what the man. No, this is all learned behavior. And so, and I would definitely like, if I see a woman and she's all tenderoni and she's delicate and yes, it's gonna touch me in a certain way. Yeah, hell yeah, and I'm gonna want to protect that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But at the same time, on the other hand, if I'm looking at universal law, and I know that only the strong survive, I want my women to be strong. I know kung fu, and what do you think I'm gonna be teaching my women? Kung fu. You
So,
understand?
bro,
Hey, yo,
you
So
basically
you
Yeah.
do
come
you
saying,
messing
think
with
Kung
my,
Fu?
you come
so
messing with the
basically,
women in my women. You
basically
come
you
messing with the
saying let
women
the
in my
woman be the
community.
woman where she's the
You
woman, and for whatever she feel like she qualified to do, then don't hold her back. Let her do it.
exactly. So you come
Yo, you
messing with
think
the
Kung
women
Fu
in
Oh
my
make
yeah, I'm with that.
community.
I'm with
See,
that.
see, you come messing.
yo, do
Listen,
you
you
think
come
Kung
messing with the women in my community, and you be like, well, damn, man, we can get this one right here, y'all. And she start chopping your motherfucking ass up, and you can't breathe and shit. You fuck with the wrong woman. And then
yo,
on
you
the
think
mental
Kung Fu
side,
make
and
you
then
strong?
and then on the mental
Do you
side,
think
Huh?
Kung Fu
she
make you strong? I'm asking you a
she
question.
hold on. Well, let me finish my point, brother. You just jumped up on the panel and want to talk. Let me land my plane, my brother. Well, go ahead. Go ahead. That's
I'm
important to you.
damn near
Go ahead, my
dying to
brother.
hear what the hell he got to say. He came like that.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Come on.
Let that damn baby talk.
TD Strong.
I said, do you think Kung Fu make you strong?
Wait a minute. Say that one more time.
Do you think Kung Fu make you strong?
What?
We can't
Can
hear
y'all
you
hear
no
what he's
more.
saying?
Do you do you think Kung Fu make you strong?
Confirmation.
He said, "Do you
No,
I
think
think.
your kung fu? Do you
he
think
just
your kung
you
fu
Oh,
make
do
you
think yeah,
strong?"
because
Oh,
that's what he
okay.
just said. He talking about
Okay. So,
Kung Fu don't make you
That's
strong.
that.
You
That's
see
that
my
baby.
face?
That's
My
that
boy
baby
all
I
right.
was
So
talking
into
about.
my
listen,
mouth.
That's
you
that
Listen,
might be
baby I
coming
was
out
talking
your mic
about.
or something.
listen.
Your mic
Okay.
is
So
muffled.
listen. Let me answer your question. All right. The kung fu don't make you strong. It's your mental what makes you strong, and what you put in your mental that makes you strong. Because if your mental ain't strong, you ain't gonna be able to receive the lessons of kung fu. So your mind has to be strong.
And that's on both levels, ain't it, bro? The ass whooping other teachers.
Now, if you pull up a woman talking that shit, and she start getting into your brain and getting into your mind and tearing you down and reading you, you be like, damn, this woman, she fucking she on top of her
She got
shit.
a she
Well,
got a sword.
let me
She got
try
a
her.
sword
Let
with
me
her.
try
Yeah.
her. And then he'll say, well, let me try her physically. Fuck it, and then get his ass whooped. He fucking with the wrong community of women.
Straight up. A woman with a
Yeah.
And a
spine.
woman can be both too. Like she can know her role or her place by being soft and feminine in certain situations and being and utilizing the masculine in another situation. But
But
I
see, I
definitely
think we
agree
got it twisted
know
too.
how to
We
protect themselves.
we think the woman's supposed to be submissive all year round to everybody. No, he just say be submissive to your husband. He don't say to the world.
Right.
Now, here's the thing. Here's the thing. I don't believe in submission like everybody else believes in submission. So when a woman and a man submit to each other, it's not in the form of bowing down to each other.
No, no,
It's
no,
in
no,
the
no, no.
form. It's
No.
in the form. It's in the form. Okay. When it says
Mutual
submit
agreement.
yourselves,
It's a mutual
when
agreement, yeah.
when it says submit yourself one to another. So in other words, what I'm doing is I'm gonna honor the shit out of honor. I'm
Yeah.
gonna honor her divinity. I'm gonna
What
honor
she
I'm going to honor her femininity, and as in retrospect of that, Earth is what she's connected to, and the sky is what I'm connected to. So I'm
right.
going to honor that. So I'm going to listen to her, and then at the same time, it's some guys talking about shut up, you dumb bitch, it's my way
No,
or the highway.
that's
That's not
dictatorship.
that's not that's not that's not the submission that I'm talking about.
That ain't
I'm
even
talking
the
about when we
submission that's required.
when we actually honor
I don't
each
know what
other.
that is. Yeah,
You
that
feel
ain't
me?
even listen, Man, look, this one thing I tell anybody. I don't know what people understand is about what they read, but I'm saying if you read and you read well, that's not in the Quran or the Bible. That dictator move that ain't in the Quran or the Bible. I know that ain't nothing but religious perspective. That ain't spiritual perspective. That ain't coming out of the book. That's coming out of a man.
You got off topic and you feel me? You were saying if you read and you read well, you read well what are you talking about? You feel
I
what I'm
said,
saying?
regardless if you read the Bible or the Quran, I don't care which one, because I done read both of them. If you read the Quran and you read the Bible, if you read well, you're not gonna get that understanding of dictatorship when it say submission, because it requires the man to give just as much as the woman gives. So I know it's not that. It got to be on It got to be on mutual grounds to where I love you just as much as you love me. I listen and I obey you just as much as you obey me. So it's like
Exactly.
that. Yeah, it's not
Like
the role
now,
to shut up.
let me
I'm
show you.
talking. It ain't that.
Now let me show you something. Um, I went to the county jail once because
Right,
I didn't have my I didn't I had a ticket and I didn't go to the court date because it was a mandatory ticket show up to the court, and so I forgot about it and they arrested me and took me to the county jail.
right.
Inside the county jail, they put me in a tank with a bunch of other men. All right, and all those guys was having stories, and every last one was saying that my mama told me not to go out that night, and then someone was saying my girlfriend told me not to go out that night. So
Didn't listen.
if they had submitted to
Well, on God, I got a story like
the
that.
woman, if they had submitted to the women that was in their life,
Your
they
ass
would
would be
never
locked
have
up.
been in that position.
You
They
would
wouldn't
be
have been
locked
locked
up.
up
Well, I'm telling you, I
because
damn near got myself ticked,
that
bro.
energy came and said, you know what? I'm giving you a warning, and the universe was giving you the warning, and you didn't listen to the warning. Now, if
Yep,
you had to listen to the warning and
you
not and
wouldn't be
had
in the
seen your
bracelet.
woman, and you had seen your woman the correct way, like you supposed to,
Yep,
and you would
yep,
have honored,
yep,
you've been
yep,
like, yo,
yep,
baby,
yep,
I
yep,
hear
yep.
you. I'm not going out. You feel me?
But that old dominant ass attitude, I run shit, you don't. You got your ass put in them shining bracelets, and now you're in that hard
Hmm.
ass cell.
You
I
know,
damn near got myself 10 years doing that same shit. My girl told me to put the gun up. I ain't want to listen. I'm like, this a dangerous ass place. I be damned if I get caught without it. Kept it right on me. And I be damn, bro. Got pulled over. And them folks hit me again. And I said, right then, boy, you better find you something else to battle with. So I chose love, bro. I said, if you choose love, you don't need no gun.
right?
See how that baby made everybody want to cuss about? I just found a way to love him.
Yep. And it took us, how long did it take us? How long did it take for some of us men to reach this
Um,
state of mind to where we can actually honor and
that's why
respect our
I
women?
feel so bad at times, I see people now. I used to
You
do
reach
this
the state of mind,
about 10 to 15 years ago.
but at
I
the
used
end
to
of
see
the
people
day,
outside the store and shit, they be asking for shit. Some
still
of them
want to
look
sin.
competent, some of
Still
them look
want to
incompetent.
sin. You want to
When I
forget.
used to find the ones that looked like they were
Feel me?
competent with their hands out,
You
I
ain't
used to
powerful,
tell them, you
nigga.
better
Who
go catch
told
a
you you
felony,
powerful,
go
nigga?
catch you a charge, you better go do something. I ain't gonna just be,
I
working
taught you
hard
how to
and
be.
giving shit out.
I showed you how to
But
be
then I
strong,
had to
nigga. You didn't
learn,
know
man,
nothing about me.
it take people longer. I don't care what you think you know. It's that next person we gotta be compassionate for and say that he might not know it like you know, or he might not catch on like you catch on. Man, if I had known this shit 30 years ago, boy, look here. Man, you can't
Um,
expect for that's why that Bible say when I was a child, I thought as a child. I spoke as a child. But when I became a man, I put them childish things aside. That's the clear explanation of what we talking about now. You can't charge a man when he a baby and it grow. You can't do that. You can't do it. It's hard, man. Even when a man is a man, he still might not be a man. He might be a man child. They say we gotta grow spiritually, man. That's what makes you a man growing spiritually. All that shit you
Hey,
got around you make you no man.
so now, Honor, you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. So one of the things that helped brings me to the point to where I said that, um, our women, my women, or the women in my community, really should know how to have at least self-defense if you don't want to know all of the karate or kung fu shit, was because where we at now is we're in a position to where, um, the very essence of our family unit have been ripped apart. Okay, and it's this started in the 50s, 60s, and the 70s.
Yeah, yep, yep.
Okay, where the black man even they made a show out of it because they was doing it in your face,
Because
and they was saying like, for instance, um, the Good Times, the show Good Times. Okay,
right,
when the black
right,
man wasn't in the home no more, but they kept going with the show, right? And so, um, these are all traps that's been set that any man or any woman that tries to undo these traps are going to suffer greatly, according to what they said. Even to the
right.
point to where if a man is caught in one of them public housing that they put the women and the children in, the
Get ready to
women
put
can
you out.
lose that. They can lose their house. They can be put out on the street. Okay. And if this black man ain't in a position, you understand, to provide for her a house, place to live, and food, 911 and food stamps, he has to be all of that. And so, therefore, these are signs and symbols that lets you know that there are traps. So every time you try to start the nucleus family again, you're gonna have to fight a battle of the of unknown traps and sets that people have placed in order. And you're gonna wonder why you can't never make it, why y'all can't never survive. And so this is what I'm saying is it has to be a reassessment between the men and the women in certain communities that says that, hey, look, we're gonna have to outsmart these people by understanding that we're gonna have to do things differently. Which means that in some cases, to tell you the truth, some cases the woman might have to be the breadwinner for a while. In some cases, the woman might have to help the man get a job. But the idea is that we have to, like, get these roles and challenge these roles that we try to live by. Challenge them and see how far it's going to get us.